Welcome to another episode of Exploring the Journey of a Creative. My name is Precious Aguigwe and I remain your host here on this channel. Back on this channel, we are here to give you fun, we're here to give you lessons, we're here for entertainment, and yeah. So here with me, I have a young and seasoned creative, a senior professional in filmmaking, film production, and the film director, and any other one he will introduce himself. I have CEO 711 Studios, known as Blessing Johnson.
Round of applause for me.
Welcome
Thank
to
you
my
so much.
show. I'm so excited and I feel fulfilled. Like I was able to bring a professional here. Anyway, I'm not even relenting at all. I'm not relenting, and I'm so happy that you came to support me. My audience to share your what do I call it? Your
journey,
your journey, because it's not everybody that wants to share their journey. Not everybody wants to talk about what they do and how they get to where they are now. So I'm so excited that you are here. Please introduce yourself.
All right. My name is Blessing Johnson, popularly known as BJ, and I am a movie producer. I am also an actor, also a director, and everything entertainment.
What did you do first? Acting or?
I started with acting. Yes, and then move on to producing, and then eventually try our hands on directing.
Yeah.
So it's like all together. Everything put together is what we do. So actually, I will love to use the word creative, like you said.
Yeah.
I'm a creative.
Did you go to film school? Did you do courses that relate to what you are doing now?
No, I studied marine engineering.
Woo!
And I'm still practicing marine engineering as my profession. Yeah, I work on board the ship, go to work, and then whenever I'm on time off, when I'm at home, I go into my movie production.
So which one will you call side hustle? Film production?
No, the two are not side hustle at this point in time. The two works together for good to those that love God according to the Bible, So none is a side hustle because I take the two so seriously in my life. I love movie making. It gives me a lot of joy. So whenever I'm at home and if I don't create, I will be depressed. That's just the truth. And then when I go to work and then I first work professionally, that's what I do. So when I'm off work, I first movie making professionally. So the two works together.
For those that don't know, the difference, even me, I don't know too. The difference between filmmaking, film production, and film direction.
Yeah. I think a lot of people will say there is a lot of differences. I will say film directing is quite in terms of the creative person that is in charge of every creative work that brings the end product. That ought to do with the actor's creativity. It also a lot to do with the technical creativity. And these are the two compositions that will give you a content that will be appealing to your audience. So when we talk about actors' creativity, actors comes with their talent. But when it comes to a scene creation, the director knows what he or she wants to achieve. So the director will give you direction on how to get that message across to the audience. That's why most of the time when people watch a movie, you say, oh, this actor is good. During this production, the actor was good. During this production, the actor was not very good. Sometimes it's not really about the actor, but it's all about the creative behind the actor, which is the director. So that's for the directing. So the director helps, can choose the kind of light, they can choose the kind of costumes, you understand? So it's all about the entire creativity. So sometimes the director might know only directing, but have a very good team that will help out in terms of lighting, help out in terms of costume, help out in terms of makeup and the rest. So director will just sit down and say, okay, this is appealing to me. I can go with this. And that is when you are able to actually have professional working. But we are still working on getting professionals to work, meaning that the people we are currently training now, one day will become professional. But sometimes as a director, you cross-produce make production, make a costume. Oh, this costume will not match this scene. I won't prefer this costume and all those things. And then, oh, the actor, this is what I want you to do. You come in from here. Okay, from this one, when you come, take a pause, you understand, and all the things. So those are the work of the director, basically to tell the story.
The vision.
The vision, so to say. So when we talk about filmmaking and
filmmaking and film production.
Film production and filmmaking for me is the same thing.
So you can say he's a film producer, he's a filmmaker.
A filmmaker, yes. Yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, so they're the same thing, because filmmaking is all about making a film. Film production is all about making a film, which is producing a film. How do you, all of them still goes, choice of words is just what differs, but as far as I'm concerned, it's the same thing. So filmmaking is all about having to get the actors ready, get your costume ready, source for your location, source for your props, you understand? And then get the story past the way you will be able to entertain, educate, and also inform your audience. So that's basically what you do as far as I'm concerned.
Who's getting the funds, the project, everything?
In this part of the world, we are doing, that's what I usually love to use the word, indie filmmakers. For me, I'm an independent filmmaker. Okay. So this source of funding is from my own side. I source my funding wherever I can get funding from, but most time it's from my private pocket. And then I fund my production, and then most of the times I will send
producers work or fund it.
It's actually executive producer's role to fund the project, but if you can't get executive producer, you can't get someone who is what we call an investor, who is interested in investing, probably because they don't see the potential in your project. So you have to, since you believe in your project, use your money and fund. When you win, you win. When you lose, you lose. So that's it. So
what inspired you to chase or pursue a career in film production?
I have been around the movie making environment for over 20 years. I started as a teenager, the age that you start, and your father will tell you, don't come back to my house if you don't go to school. You understand? So we started at that point. I've been privileged to start as a teenager. I've met a lot of great actors. Some are no longer alive, but they have been a part of my journey, and they have really helped and inspired me to where I am today. The likes of Sam Loco Ife, whom of blessed memory, who I've had the privilege of talking with him, and he advised me. And my late boss, Mr. Francis Agu. A lot of the younger people will not know them. Those are the first generation of the Nollywood industry, and they help create a path for most of us. I also have had the privilege of working with great directors. You understand, Lancelot Imoason, when we did a project here in Uyo, sometimes he was here. And every other great persons, my great in-law, who is now consistently directing and also making laws for Lagos State government, Desmond Elliott, who happened to marry from here as well. So, and I have worked with him. We've had a couple of times that we have worked together. At that time, he was actually an actor at that time. So I've had the privilege of being influenced by these very positive minds, and that's why I'm still enjoying it. And I've been around, and whatever I couldn't get during my time as a teenager is what I'm trying to also give to the teenagers. That's why most of the time for now, my project centers around the teenagers, you understand? So sometimes you don't really have the privilege, you don't have the opportunity, because everything in life, you have to know someone that knows someone. So, but I don't want to work that way. I just want to believe that if you have talent, we should give you an opportunity, even if you're my enemy. As far as you're talented, I will give you an opportunity.
Talented.
So you have an opportunity if you are. So that's basically what we do.
Okay. So did you try to pursue this career outside Uyo? Because most times I like to do this content for people that are not in the big cities like Lagos and Abuja, because it's going to be so hard to navigate this entertainment industry. So how did you?
Truth be told, I've never really had doubt about creative in Akwa Ibom. But I have had cause to be invited. That time, Aba was still a production place. I've had cause to be invited by some actors, and also I think Sam Loco was one of the person instrumental to my invitation to Aba that time. But unfortunately, on my way going, my dad sent a message across that if I dare arrive Aba, I should not come back to his house. So I turned back and went back home. I didn't go. And since that time, I have really not really been interested in going outside looking for opportunity. I believe that I can still get it here. So I've been running around here in Uyo, getting opportunity in Uyo. I've acted our first project, Apanekon, was a great success, directed by Moses Esco. You understand? It was a great success. We did wonderful with that project. So after that time, I didn't really have that very kind of story I want to be involved in. So I decided to withdraw in terms of going for audition and taking part, because there were some things I didn't feel comfortable with. So it's personal though. So I just decided to just pull back and see how I can harness resources and come back and make production the way I would love to see production, which is what we are currently doing. And we are still going to keep pushing. However, I would advise you, don't narrow your search to a city. Narrow your search. Let your search go beyond Nigeria. Don't say I like to do it to people in small cities and the rest. Everybody have the opportunity if you give them one. If you see people going to the big city, they might not be big actors, but they are going out of maybe frustration or opportunity don't exist in their own side, and you see them in the big city. So don't deny them the opportunity of giving you their own story. It's very important. So don't narrow it. I believe that everybody should be given a chance to talk about themselves when the opportunity comes.
So back to where your parents didn't support what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
How did you cope with it?
My mom didn't really have a problem, because my mom has been a dancer as a child and she has always loved entertainment. So I was only having problem with my late father. But at a point, he now understood me. I made him a promise that, Dad, I'm going to go to school. But you see, entertainment, I will not give it up for anything. But you need me to go to school. I'm going to go to school. And I'm not just going to go to school. I'm going to go to school and come out with flying colors. So I didn't disappoint my dad in terms of that. So at that point, we didn't have any problem again, because he understood that this is my passion. This is what I love to do.
Well, at that point, did you think he hindered your growth?
No, I will not say he hindered my growth. I will say my dad gave me the right thing, the right direction to go in life. Because if I didn't have the education and I was pushing up with this career, I wouldn't have had the leverage I'm having today. So my dad did a very good thing. That's why I have 3 children now. I have a boy and 2 girls. So I usually tell them, whatever I say to you is not to mar you, but it's to make you. Because I've learned that lesson from what my dad did to me. He didn't mar me, but rather my dad made me. So I will believe that that's the right way to go.
So do you think or what is that one job your child will tell you he's doing and you say no?
As far as it is a job, I will not say no.
Wow.
The only thing is that as a father, I have my own dreams for them. And growing up, I try to share that dream with them every time. And recently, one of them is keying into that dream. You understand? And when I came back, she told me that it is what I want to become. And I'm like, okay, this is going in, So going in. So the same thing I intend to do for the other 2. However, most of the time when I sit down to talk with my wife, I said, I don't mind giving them 2 professional careers. So anyone that they feel comfortable, they can go into anything they want to, but the education aspect, we will not compromise. We'll push it to the limit.
So back to filmmaking, how do you secure film projects and everything?
Yes. Sincerely speaking, it is last year for the first time we secured an outside funding for the season 2 of 5 Alive. Yes, we secured an outside funding that will help us to shoot the way we want to shoot. But before that time, we have been shooting with our personal fund. And we upload them on YouTube, and we hope to expand on distribution. And we are actually looking at outside, because in Nigeria, we currently have a lot of gatekeepers that makes it difficult for small producers to have an avenue to distribute their project, even when their project is good or nice. These are just like people sitting at the gate when you want to pass. They say, no, you don't have right to pass because you don't belong to this class. So for me, I don't want to allow that to weaken me or to discourage me. I just want to keep pushing my dreams of getting to where I need to get to. So we believe that we will be going on a bigger platform in terms of distribution, and not necessarily bigger in terms of people's mindset. They are talking about Netflix. But currently, I think we have the liberty to put our project on Amazon Prime, but mostly Amazon Prime US and Amazon Prime UK. But Nigeria, we cannot, because at the moment, the distribution company we are working with does not distribute to Nigeria. So, but if the Nigerian people feel they want to distribute, good, but we will not beg people, at least for now, that YouTube is still helping us.
Yeah.
Because if we had wanted to wait for these people, we will not be where we are today.
Mm-hmm.
We have done a couple of projects and they gave us specification that they want is the technicalities and the rest of it. And we met up with all those things and sent it to the company. They collected the project and now come back to tell us, oh, this actor is not there, this actor is not there. So as such, we cannot work with just one actor. And we are like, no, you shouldn't be looking at that. Did the other people deliver it?
Yeah.
But all the same, see, boil down to the audience. You guys, you have your favorites. If you don't see them, you don't want to watch. So we cannot put all the blames on those companies. So, but apart from that, we have been using our money to do projects. But last year, we secured a little from a particular company we don't intend to mention now until we start the project, until we start production. And we hope that season 2, by the grace of God, we tried to do it this month. We couldn't meet up because of my timing. Problem was from me. Yeah. But we hope that by maybe April, we'll go into production of season 2, 13 episodes. So we'll do.
So speaking on that film distribution, and you have a movie.
Yes.
That is over 1 million views on
Not
YouTube.
yet.
But it's close to.
Yes,
it's close to. Like maybe 900 or something. It's close to. So I didn't say, so, like, how did you distribute the movie? How did you make it viral? The marketing? Yeah, that was a big movie.
So you see, I know you are talking about Whispers in the Dark that is currently shared on our YouTube channel, which is Savvy Lemon Studios. Yeah, Whispers in the Dark, it's actually a story that resonates with a lot of people. It connects with a lot of viewers. This real life event, things that happens every time, and Whispers in the Dark will connect. And also, I wouldn't say it was as a result of excellent marketing strategy, because we don't even have enough fun to market. And also, YouTube pays according to CPM and RPM, as we all know. So how much are you going to spend for advertising, and how much RPM will come back to you? So you also have to be careful of how much you spend in publicity when it comes to YouTube distribution. So we didn't do much, but the story flies because it was a good story. And also I had a very fantastic team members from the production level to the post-production level. So if you go check the quality of that project, you will know that this were a team of filmmakers that were committed to making sure that it comes out well. We don't have any popular actors in quote that would have said, okay, that's the person that is driving. But Emmanuel says there, who is also popular, and in the Mercedes-Cien, Favor, Bia, Becker. Of course, all of them did fantastically well. I see our first timers on that set, and you will not understand that that was their first time. You know, Udaga Dongide, Aju Eneti, you know, the former governorship aspirant who we dragged into acting. And we had a good job. And currently, I think as this morning, I think we have gotten about 962,000 views. We hope that we'll cross the 1 million mark, which will cause us to celebrate, you know. So that's for us, it's a milestone, it's an achievement in terms of viewership. So Whispers in the Dark is a beautiful story. That is why the audience will connect. And the actors live their real character. The characters that we define in the story was actually lived properly by the people that acted. So the actors did excellent job. All of them.
How do you get on a script? Like, how do you get the perfect script that you want, or that is excellent to your taste?
Yeah, you see, everything comes as a result of experience. Everything that you get to know, okay, this is what I will expect, this is what I will expect. Sometimes, for you to know what is called good dialogue, you have to have come across a lot of dialogue before you understand. Also, how much of good movies do you watch as a producer? As a director, how much of good movies do you watch? Because we learn from other people's projects. You understand? So I take time to watch movies that are good. You understand? I actually don't go with popularity of movie. I actually want to watch to understand the technicality behind the production, the actors' delivery, and all those. Because all those nuances from the actors is what makes your movie natural. When your movie is natural, the audience will flow with it. So in terms of getting to understand a better script. I would say my perspective to a script might not be your perspective to a script as a result of my experience, also as a result of your experience. So scripting for me, I look at dialogue because in Nigeria we don't do action film for now. We do drama. So the drama, the strength of your movie should lie on the dialogue and the plot of scenes that involves the connection between your actors and the audience. So when a script comes, you check the script and ask yourself a question, a very objective question. If I were to be the audience, what would I enjoy from the script? So if you're able to answer that question objectively, then the script is worth it. Sometimes my script might not be good to you, but until after production, you will not even appreciate that work. I remember when we wrote Whispers in the Dark, it's actually my wife's story. She saw the story somewhere. So we put it up because story is always not coming from one source. And then we put it up and said, okay, we can actually make it a film. First time I called my team members, my assistant director told me, sir, this story cannot fly. I had believed so much in this story the very first time I heard this story. So I told him in terms of what he said, the story is so flat and the rest. I said, no. Every story have an audience. So this story will have its own audience. You understand? So let us give it a try because relatable stories are more better than imaginative story that people are trying to think what will happen next. Because if someone watches, this thing happens to me, that's relative. You understand? So those are the kind of stories I love, and those are the kind of stories I will love to be telling.
But apart from that, you have other scriptwriters.
I have a lot of scriptwriters. I at the moment I work with 3 scriptwriters. At the moment, and they are all ladies. I don't know what the guys are doing.
That's always now.
So I actually work with 3 writers, and they are doing all of them are doing well.
Yeah. So what's your approach in working with like the crew members, the actors? It's really, really a tough one to work with a lot of people.
I think this one I will leave it for my crew to say it, but I think I'm a very difficult person to work with.
Like you know, I'm a very imagine one person say I'm busy, and I'm not, like I'm absent for today. Like that inconsistency is a big problem in the production cycle that we have, and that's why I usually say if you're not a professional at that point that I get you engaged, please don't do my job. Because you won't tell me that you're an actor and you were at work. If you're going to be in school, from the very moment we pick up, or anything you want to do, from the very moment we said this is what we want to shoot, let me understand your schedule so that we can also program it according to your schedule. Because most of the people we work with are not working 100% on production. So we try to have that understanding. You understand? For those that are going for youth service, we also give them that window. So sometimes what I do, we create a WhatsApp group. We say, okay, let us vote when is ideal for production. You understand? And then we check out and then try to take the popular opinion. And then, of course, you are going to work with majority. So you go with the majority. So I try to make sure that everybody is comfortable. But like I said, I'm very difficult to work with. Very, very difficult to work with because it takes a lot for you to satisfy me. Yeah. So how many years have you been doing this production?
We started our first production in 2018. So 2018. So there should be like 6 years. Yeah. 6 years. But we still hope to stay as long as God.
When you first started, how were you able to put up a crew? Yeah.
No, we started with what I should call one man doing everything. One man squad, so to say. It was myself, my friend Efium, and Naza Evans that we did Jared that very first year. Naza had a camera, a Canon camera, and he was the DOP. Efium took up the work of directing, and I did the work of producing and doing, what should I say, also doing the props and set design. And we call in we did lighting by ourselves. We didn't call in light person. I think it was only continuity we called in. So those were actually paid people, and those are not like our team members. So we pay them and they go.
So do you plan on going back to film school to improve what you do?
Yeah, we always discuss that. Like I told my friend, I think before I stepped into the studio, we had a discussion with one of my friends who happened to come here with me. I told him, if we go to learn, we don't look out for what we know. We look out for what we don't know. So even when we will question ourselves with all that we are trying to do, why do we go back to school? There is no information on earth that is wasted. Every information is useful. For me, it is how you use the information. So going back to film school or going back to a production training is one of the things that is on my table. I will certainly do that to improve my skills and take advantage of what I will call social capital.
How do you handle setbacks?
Do I even recognize setbacks when I'm doing production? I actually don't recognize setbacks.
Really?
Yes, I actually don't.
Wow.
Yes, I just
but
feel...
you face challenges?
In what aspect?
Like during the film production?
If I have a problem with my actor, I sack you immediately. That's how disciplined I am. Yes, my actors knows that. If you want to make it difficult for us, I send you out. And that's it. Because you will not hold us to ransom. At the same time, even if you are the most popular actor, there's always another most popular actor somewhere else. So I don't give room for people to misbehave. I don't give that room. So I don't think I have any setback. I don't think I have. I don't have anyone. Because if you want to make it difficult for us, we make it difficult for you by asking you to leave.
But have you ever produced a movie and the movie never came out?
No. We have made sure that everything we produce does not stay in the drawer.
So what if there's like maybe issues with the lighting, issues with the camera or the editing?
I think we have passed that level.
Wow.
I will use that word. We have passed that level. No, we can't. We won't have such issues.
Then?
No, we've passed that level. That shouldn't be an issue. Even if we have issue with sound, we'll call back the actors and reshoot.
Wow.
And reshoot. We lost, when we're doing 5 Alive season 1, we lost over 30 scenes and we shot it back. The only thing is that you're going to just spend more money. But you see the result, we must get it. So I think the aspect of setbacks that will make you to leave your project in the drawer, I will not bite more than I can chew though. So I won't even go to a point such thing will happen.
So what locations do you use for your movies?
At the moment, we use locations in New York, but we are beginning to have challenges in New York because of location. One of the major challenges we're having in New York is actually location. Before we used to go and ask for assistance from people to give us their houses to use, especially when we are shooting glamorous projects. And they will give you their houses, but there will still be limitations in the sense that they can have you have access to their sitting room, but you won't have access to their bedroom. And the scene that you have to shoot in that place involve that. So you shoot that and then you go to a hotel to go and use. But recently, a lot of people feel that social media content creators are making so much money. So you go down to ask someone to help you with his or her house. They start asking you for money and the money becomes too much and you say, no, okay, it's not going to work. So now you go to apartments, which is what we are supposed to use in New York. Apartments in New York, recently I stopped by, I'm gonna say it, yes, of course. I stopped by to check one apartment I needed to use and they told me the apartment, the last price is 600,000. And I went back to some of the apartments I've been seeing in Lagos. Mansionette in Lagos, you can still rent it for between 250 and 300 a day. I mean, mansionette, properly furnished a day. Yeah, a day.
Why 600K a day?
Okay, now there's what I saw in New York. And the place I did Whispers in the Dark, last time I paid, I think, 95 or 105,000 a day. I went back to that same place. They told me now it's 220. And nothing has changed. You understand? Nothing has changed. So as far as I'm concerned, the problem and the challenges we are still having in New York is the issue of having the right environment to work, location-wise. Should I say actors, because all of us have started moving to Lagos. It's a mass movement to Lagos, and we're having that challenges. And also, sometimes equipment, that's why some of us have to fund our equipment by ourselves. So that's it.
So what is that piece of advice they have gotten from a professional that you still holding?
Never give up. Never give up. Whatever you believe in, stay on it and continue working and improving on your skills and whatever you know will help you achieve that goal. Leave the distraction, leave the negativity.
Well, have you ever felt like you should give up?
In movie production?
In movie production?
No, I've never.
Wow, that's a positive one.
I have never.
Even the funding?
I have never.
Wow.
I have never.
I'm sure always prepared.
Yes. If I'm not ready, I won't do it. That's all. But in terms of giving up, no. Rather, I can change location, but I won't give up.
So what advice would you give like upcoming filmmakers?
Stay on track. Don't get distracted. Also, don't expect too much because sometimes the expectation is the first line of discouragement you're going to have.
Yeah.
If you say, for instance, I want to produce, as soon as I produce this one, I'm going to make 100,000 naira, and you produce and you see 10,000 naira, you'll be discouraged and you might not continue again. So never you expect too much. Stay on track. Believe in the dream, which is the service. Forget about the money. It will come when it is time.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I've learned a lot because this giving up is a lot.
No, we can't.
We can't.
We can never give up. We can't.
Thank you. You're welcome once again.
Thank
We're so happy to have you in this studio. We are so happy. And I know that my audience have learned a lot. I have a target audience and they are learning. They are picking one or two things in this interview.
Yes.
So give us your handle.
My personal handle. Okay, for my business handle, Savvy Lemon Studios on Instagram, Savvy Lemon Studio on TikTok, Savvy Lemon Studio on Twitter, and Savvy Lemon Studios on Facebook.
Deep down, I want to have a very long conversation with you.
Sorry.
But we're working with time,
yes,
so that's why I'm just trying to limit it.
Yeah.
But I'm very, very sure that I've asked you the right questions.
I believe so.
And you have dropped the right answers that can inspire a lot of young people there.
Yeah.
So, and anyway, just help me tell them to subscribe to my YouTube channel.
This is very important. I won't even allow that to say that. Please, guys. You see, the subscription is what we need.
Yes.
And also, if we ought to make this a habit, so kind of to say everyday thing, the subscription will help us. Please subscribe to this channel. Whatever you don't like, comment, put it in the comment section.
Yes,
tell us what you want to see, the kind of things you want to be watching from Precious. You understand?
Yes.
So please subscribe to Precious YouTube channel. I really want to see you there. And if you don't watch and say something about today's interview, I will not be happy. You will not watch my movie again.
Thank you so much.
You're
On
welcome.
Instagram, my precious content. On TikTok, my precious content. And on YouTube, my precious content. Please click on the subscription button and hit the notification bell. See you in our next episode. And please, for sponsorship, for brand promotion, just send us a DM or a message at mypreciouscontent@gmail.com. Thank you for watching this video and see you in my next video. Thank you.